Hi there, this is Sheena Rowlands and today I'm sharing with you my latest layout for Hey Little Magpie. And for this layout I'll be using the Vicki Boutin Design collection Sunset Beach Club. So I'm starting with a piece of white cardstock and I've already printed myself a couple of photographs. From the range itself, I've lifted out all the pieces that are yellow, blue and green. I've decided to limit myself to the colours that are in the photographs. I don't know whether you've managed to get yourself this collection. It's exclusive at Hey Little Magpie, so I'd really recommend that you take a look. But there's so many pieces to look at. So rather than get it all out on camera in front of you, I've already been quite selective on what I'm going to use. I intend to make two vertical, no, I've got that wrong, horizontal lines across the page, one for each photograph. Um, Not quite sure. I didn't get much chance to think about it in advance. So I'm winging it a little bit today. I kind of want them to be similar, both of the clusters. So I've dug out some of the palm trees, which go with the palm trees in the pictures. And I've got some flowers and some tags there. So I'm just having a good look at what's on offer in the colorways that I've picked and figuring out what I would like in the clusters, top and bottom. I've just brought in my old tearing ruler. You may have met this little Fisker's Devil before. It's possibly the oldest tool in my stash. And I'm going to tear a couple of lines from this paper, giving me just a couple of stripes to go across. Ironically, you'll find later on these don't make the cut, but in fact it was a good way to kind of get me started and get me figuring out what I actually wanted to make. I put the title there, Fun and Sun, across the centre. That too doesn't make it at the end, but at this stage I was determined that was going to work there. I'm not sure whether you've watched me before. I'm not a fast scrapper. You can literally hear my brain working while my hands are moving. And I don't get a chance to do much prep before I video a layout. Not made so many layouts this year. I'm hoping to rectify that as we go forward. But I was just pleased to get this one videoed and then I could talk through it. Whether I talk about the layout is another matter, but I'm still deciding on that yellow ruler. It doesn't make the cut because I wanted to. I think that's why, because I wanted to use similar colours, similar pieces in both of the horizontal lines that I'm trying to create. I'll mention the photographs while I'm thinking about it. They're very similar but slightly different, just a bit of a different angle. They were both taken on a holiday in Kefalonia a couple of years ago, taken from the terrace of a beautiful villa. So yes, I really wanted to use them. Because I wasn't happy with the way the layout itself was going, I decided to change direction. I don't know whether this is something you yourself do, but I do this quite a bit. Move the layout to the side, and I thought I always wanted to do some mixed media in the background. So let's try and do that bit first, and then I could build the layout on top of it. It's not my usual way of doing it, but actually I felt it would work better. I really liked this stencil that is from this collection. It's got sun rays on it, so I thought that would be perfect to go with the yellows, blues and greens that I was thinking about. So I've got that, it's still in shots because I know that I'm going to want to use it. So the stamps that I'm using there in front of you are, they're really old ones. They're called brush strokes, excuse me, from Tim Holt's collection. I've had them for a very long time. As you can see, I'm not using an acrylic block. I'm just using my hands to get, I want an uneven texture. Because the cardstock is absolutely plain and flat, these give a bit of a roughness that I really, it really appeals to me. I've got some shades of blues and greens there. I think I'm just trying to build up two horizontal lines across the page. I'm not the best mixed media person out there. I mean, we've got the fabulous Julie Taylor on our team, but I actually do like a little bit of controlled mixed media. So I've just brought in the photographs and the die cuts and the palm trees, kind of to see how my photos would look like over the mixed media. I don't know whether you've ever done mixed media on a background and then promptly covered all of it up. Well, that's not what I want to achieve here. I do want some of it showing. So I've got the stencil and I've laid it in the corner at the bottom left, and I've got a couple of shades of yellow and those lovely little brushes that you can see, but like to stipple the colour through the stencil. And I'm going to do a sunburst coming out from behind the photograph. So I'm just bringing the photo back in, making sure that the sunburst looks right, that it's dark enough, that I've extended it far enough. I don't want it to meet the line above, but I do want it to be, once I take the final photo, I want you to be able to see it. And I find that photographs don't always do a layout justice at the end, particularly the colours look a lot brighter in real life. So I'm just extending the actual mixed media portion as well. And I'm just turning the layout completely around the other way so I can add the sunburst to the other side. Some of it's going over the stripe, that's absolutely fine. I just worked my way around the sunburst. I've got a hold of it tightly with my right hand, which means I can flip it with the left just to have a look how it's looking, how dark it's looking, and whether I need to go back in with another colour just to make it brighter. Because I'd hooked the edge of the stencil on the cardstock, it was very easy to go back in and put it back in position. And I'm getting bolder. I think that's the right word for it. I'm getting bolder, and I've added more of the greens and blues. So I've got the photo and the film strip, which is an old Hey Little Magpie die, and a tag, and I'm really liking the way that's looking at the top. So I'm going to recreate that at the bottom with the same sorts of bits, maybe only one palm tray down there, slightly different flowers, different coloured tag, but all very similar to the one at the top. So I'm really pleased with the way it's looking, but I feel that it needs a little bit of something else. So I bring in this yellowy orange paper, and I'm cut 2 pieces. I just followed the pattern and I cut 2 strips with that, and I really like the way that looks behind the film strip and gives much more of a longer horizontal line. I will tear it a little bit shorter. I've got a couple more bits of film strip, and I'm going to extend those as well and stick them together behind the photo to make it a little bit longer and just extend it a little bit more over the mixed media. But generally, I'm kind of happy with how this is now all coming together. In fact, I decided that the Fun and Sun is still there at the minute, but actually I go with the small title on the yellow circle, which says A Beach Day. I felt the tag at the bottom was a bit dark, so I actually changed the colour of it and make it a brighter blue just to match my outfit in the photo. And with another Hey Little Magpie die, which is currently still in stock, I cut a couple of like bumpy scallop borders just in a neutral craft cardstock, and I felt that kind of went with the trees in the image and just dampen the yellow down a little bit more. See, I'm still playing with that mixed media. Once I start, I can't stop, obviously. Notice that it's not too messy. My hands are completely clean the whole time, but I'm definitely get bolder as I go along. I think because I think it looked really good, and the more I built up the clusters, the more I covered it over. I just popped a little bit of thread in the tags, and that's the layout finished. Thank you so much for watching. Do check out this exclusive range at Hey Little Magpie. I would really recommend it. It would suit lots of lovely photographs. Here's all the close-ups too, so you can see the mixed media that little bit nearer. Thanks so much for watching. Give us a thumbs up, and I hope to see you here again soon. Bye for now.